Welcome to the Pod Slice. In this summary of the Huberman Labs podcast, Dr. Andrew Huberman provides a detailed overview of the benefits of time-restricted feeding and intermittent fasting on various aspects of health and well-being. He highlights the significance of the timing of eating and its impact on hormone changes, glucose and insulin levels, and the fed or fasted state. While diet and nutrition are controversial topics, Dr. Huberman emphasizes that it is crucial to precisely define what is meant when discussing them. He discusses how some studies have found no significant difference in weight change between people following a healthy, low-fat diet versus a healthy, low-carbohydrate diet with significantly more dietary fats. However, Dr. Huberman explains that hormone factors and the context in which a given diet regimen is taking place are exceedingly important. Dr. Huberman also discusses a recent study that found higher blood glucose levels in humans are associated with mortality. As people age, their resting blood glucose levels increase, which predicts mortality. However, this result is the opposite of what is found in mice, where lower blood glucose levels are associated with mortality. It is essential to distinguish between studies performed in mice versus those performed in humans when discussing the relationship between feeding, blood glucose, and other aspects of diet as they relate to health and well-being. Dr. Huberman explains that while many studies have been conducted on mice, the results do not always translate directly to humans. Humans have a longer lifespan and are more complex than mice, and their physiology and metabolism are not identical. Therefore, it is important to consider human studies when discussing the impact of fasting and time-restricted feeding on health and well-being. One of the key pillars of intermittent fasting is time-restricted feeding. Dr. Huberman cites a study on mice that found restricting their eating to an 8-hour period within the most active phase of their 24-hour cycle led to regular entrainment of the clock genes and positive health effects. Time-restricted feeding can enhance liver health by allowing for a period of time for digestion, gastric emptying, and other processes related to breaking down food and utilizing it. Eating across a 14, 16, or 18-hour window can increase the expression of pro-inflammatory markers such as TNF-alpha, IL-6, and IL-1, leading to inflammation and health problems. Dr. Huberman also explains the importance of individual differences in response to fasting and time-restricted feeding. Some people may respond positively to fasting, others may not, and some may even experience negative effects. Therefore, it is essential to monitor one's own response to fasting and adjust the feeding schedule accordingly. Dr. Huberman suggests keeping a journal to track how different foods and feeding schedules impact one's mental and physical well-being. Dr. Huberman establishes two key pillars of intermittent fasting: not ingesting any food for the first hour after waking up and for 2 to 3 hours prior to bedtime. These pillars are supported by research and can impact metabolic health, weight maintenance or loss, and liver health. The ideal time for the eating window depends on when it is best to fast. The body undergoes autophagy, a process that cleans up dead or injured cells, mainly during sleep. Fasting of any kind enhances autophagy, so it's best to extend the sleep-related fast either into the morning or start it in the evening. Moreover, Dr. Huberman talks about the impact of food volume and type on the transition from a fed state to a fasted state. Large meals take longer to digest than smaller meals, and foods with fats tend to slow gastric emptying time. Consuming calories in liquid form can also impact the transition to a fasted state. Dr. Huberman suggests learning to gauge food volume and being mindful of the type of foods consumed to ensure a smooth transition to a fasted state. Another benefit of time-restricted feeding and intermittent fasting is the promotion of autophagy, the process by which the body removes and recycles damaged cells and proteins. Autophagy is a critical process for maintaining cellular health and preventing the accumulation of damaged cells that can lead to various diseases. Research has shown that intermittent fasting can enhance autophagy and promote cellular health. Dr. Huberman also emphasizes the importance of hydration during the fasting period. Drinking enough water is crucial for maintaining adequate hydration levels and supporting the body's natural detoxification processes. Additionally, he suggests incorporating electrolytes like sodium and potassium to help replenish minerals that may be lost during fasting. In terms of exercise, Dr. Huberman highlights the importance of balancing high-intensity workouts with low-intensity activities like walking or yoga. While high-intensity exercise can be beneficial for glucose regulation and transitioning to the fasted state, it can also be taxing on the body and increase stress levels. Incorporating low-intensity activities can help promote recovery and balance the overall exercise routine. Dr. Huberman also touches on the potential benefits of supplementing with exogenous ketones, which can increase blood ketone levels and promote fat burning. However, He advises caution when using these supplements, as they may not be appropriate for everyone and can have potential side effects. Lastly, Dr. Huberman emphasizes the importance of individualizing the approach to time-restricted feeding and intermittent fasting. While there are general guidelines and recommendations, it is essential to listen to one's body and adjust the feeding schedule and type of foods consumed accordingly. Factors like sleep, stress, and individual physiology can all impact the response to time-restricted feeding and fasting. Overall, Dr. Huberman's discussion highlights the importance of the timing of eating and the benefits of time-restricted feeding and intermittent fasting for various aspects of health and well-being. By being mindful of the feeding window and type of foods consumed, individuals can optimize their health and support their body's natural processes. Check out the full podcast by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you for listening to this podcast summary episode of the Pod Slice. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.